This marks the 9th year my brother Cray has been in prison. He got a 15-year sentence for some dumb shit. Wild story, wild story. But we had a conversation earlier today. And man, it was just so heartfelt. The time we spoke before that, he had just got done doing a seg sentence. I think it was like a 90-day seg that he had. And that just means, you go from general population into segregation where you're just in a cell for 23 hours a day. You get a yard, you get an hour of rec time or whatever on the yard for however long you are in seg, right? So it's like being locked up. Every time he goes in a seg, a little part of him dies, right? Just a little part. But this last time, before he went to seg, he was having like a psychological breakdown. He was really tripping me the fuck out. And he did a lot of drugs before he went in. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you go to prison, that shit doesn't stop. You don't not have access to drugs in prison. It's actually a little bit worse because now you don't have nothing to worry about. You don't have bills. You don't got to worry about your car getting towed if you miss a payment. You ain't got to worry about rent being late. Hey, 3 hots in a cot, right? What the hell you got to worry about? He's probably going to, these people are they don't care. What are you going to do? Lock them up? It's laughable, okay? And does that make that okay? No, man. He asked me for advice. He goes, Anthony, listen, bro, I respect your advice. And I really don't want you to think that you're wasting your time. Because I'm always gassing him up of how great of a person he is. And I'm always telling him bro, you can do better. I'm trying to boot him up or whatever, right? And, he probably feels guilty because he keeps making the same decisions over and over again, right? And in his mind, he's just tired. He's asking me, bro, why do I keep making the same decisions over and over again? Why do I keep fucking my life up, bro? I'm done. I'm just looking around where my environment is, and I'm not like any of these people, he's defeated. He's in there and he's just mentally just defeated. He's just done, right? And I typed him out this mean, long message. And the only reason why I said those things to him was because I used to feel the same way about myself. And one of the things that I told him in that message was the Calvary's not coming, bro. No one gives a fuck about you, bro. Not like you do. Not like you want them to. No one's gonna save you. Nobody is gonna save you. It's just you. And that's the sad reality of it. That's literally what took me out of my vices. It took me out of being a dumb, drunk ass, fucking cigarette, fucking arguing with my wife all the time, just always looking to escape, man. That part of me died. I got a friend, he's a really good friend of mine. The kid's the most talented kid I've ever met doing music. I ain't gonna say no names, but he put a post on Facebook the other day. He's like, does anybody else feel like just not living? The craziest shit is yeah, I used to be able to relate to that. But I killed that version of me that used to think like that. It sounds metaphorical, but it's fucking real. I literally killed that person because I was only stuck with a few options. The first option was to A, continue to be a slave to the externals that control you. If you're racing home to be at the house by 5 o'clock because you want to drink, you're a slave to drink. If you want something that someone else has and only they have the power to give it to you, you're a slave of that person. Whether that's love, money, sex, and oftentimes in this world, some kind of drug. Or just not be a slave to those things. And that's hard, man. That's damn hard. See, the first step is awareness. The second step is acceptance. And once you acknowledge the fact that you have a problem and you're not in control, only then can you truly change. And when you do decide to change, you'll know. You will know. Because that part of you will die and you will never miss him. Okay? When I got off the phone with Cray, you know, he told me I saved him. I saved his life. That message I sent him, it saved his life. And I said, brother, if there's just one thing I can give you, like if I was to die today and you know, God, the universe, like whatever, you know, if I were to die today and I was granted the power to give you one thing, if I could just leave you with one thing, it would be this: to become a friend to yourself here in the mind. Love you guys. Let's get it. I adopted a formula.